1942, and in August 1941, he was murdered. History had nearly forgotten him until last November, when he was officially identified as a victim of the Holocaust.
The Nazis and their collaborators did not issue death certificates.
Men, women, and children shot into unmarked graves. Others were gassed, their bodies burned trying to hide the Nazis' genocide. At Israel's official Holocaust memorial, Yad Vashem, Dr. Alexander Avram directs the Hall of Names, a somber tribute to the roughly 6 million people murdered just for being Jewish. Roughly 80 years later, hundreds of thousands of victims are still nameless. Since the 1950s, Yad Vashem has tried to track down every missing name. And tonight, Yad Vashem says it's reached a sobering milestone. 5 million Holocaust victims' names are now recovered. Many names have been documented thanks to these pages of testimony, biographical fact sheets submitted by family and other people who know the victims' stories.
The pages of testimony are in fact tombstones for the Jews killed, assassinated during the Holocaust.
The pages are also reuniting newer generations of families that the Nazis ripped apart. For decades, Hinda Kozakolb's family had this photo of her great-grandmother Clara, Clara's parents, and Clara's siblings. It was taken in the USSR before Clara immigrated to Canada in 1928.
So the story we were always told was, she came over and never saw any of her family ever again. She got a letter from the Red Cross telling her that everyone had been killed.
With the exception of Clara and her father, everyone else's names were a mystery. Then last year, Hinda searched Yad Vashem's database. She discovered pages of testimony about Clara's parents, Yosef and Golda Litvak. They were submitted by the couple's granddaughter.
If Yosef and Golda Litvak had a granddaughter who I didn't know, that meant somebody else survived.
It turns out 2 of Clara's siblings survived the Holocaust. Clara wrote to her sister Celia in the USSR.
But I beg you, my dear, write to me. Let me hear from you. No sea or border can now separate me from you.
Clara never got any reply and never told her children. But now her elderly daughter has met Celia's son.
This is a very special moment for all of us.
First cousins who just met for the first time last year.
And that would have been about 100 years after their mothers saw each other for the last time.
To be able to complete that puzzle.
Yeah, we needed those pages of testimony. That was the key that unlocked everything, was those pages of testimony. They could have crossed paths on the street and they didn't know. We were robbed of that.
Is it, in its own way, an act of defiance that you've rebuilt that bridge which had been severed?
I think so. We spent so many years apart, so many years not knowing each other, and to take that back, to get some of that joy and love back is, the best revenge is living well, I guess, as they say, but it's a miracle.
Yad Vashem expects it could possibly recover around 250,000 more names in the years ahead with help from technology like artificial intelligence. But AI can only scour historical records that already exist. To put more names on paper, you need survivor testimony. And it's estimated almost all living Holocaust survivors will die by 2040.
This is the last hour. We can do together, retrieve more names and to honor the memory of more victims.
An opportunity to honor through memory. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News.
After the break,